Rhythm number 21 is an E minor to A minor progression, and we're using the eighth note rest strum. The eighth note rest strum is really going to propel our guitar playing to new levels. Whereas it may have seemed like you were just kind of slowly inching to a particular mark in your rhythm playing, well, you're now there. The eighth note rest really gives your rhythm playing a lot of personality. Let's jump into this one, and it's really going to open your eyes, I think, and it can be a lot of fun. So here we go with the E minor to A minor eighth note rest progression. Let's do it. Our chords in this example are E minor and A minor. We're just using two here because the focus is the rhythm. Our E minor shape, I'm going for that second and third finger shape that I like when I go to A minor. A minor, there's our E minor to start, and back to A minor. And let's take this idea of eighth note rests and this measure, we're going to break it up a little bit. So the first part, all I want you to do is go 1 and 2 and. So that's down, up, down, up. And when you're playing eighth notes, remember you got to keep that music bed nice and even. 1 and 2 and. But what we're going to do just after that and of 2 is rest. And we want to make the sound, we want to make the pick attack happen. So it's going to sound like this. 1 and 2 and. Okay? So that's 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3. Now, what's interesting about this is that when we rest with like a quarter note rest, we don't really have to worry about too much where our pick placement is or our hand placement. But when we're working with an eighth note rest, what is going to come up immediately is an upstroke in this instance. So it's going to go 1 and 2 and rest and 4 and, okay? And that's important because that upstroke has to be in a place where you're going to hit the proper strings on the upstroke, or that and of 3, if you will. So play it slowly for you. 1 and 2 and rest and 4 and down, up, down, up, up, down, up. So my point is that when you do the rest, see how my pick was kind of ready to go there on by the first string? I didn't do this, 1 and 2 and. Because look where my pick is. It's way up on the 6th string here, and it's going to be not enable me to grab that upstroke properly. So that's why it's always important to keep this right hand moving as if you're just playing straight eighth note strums the whole time. So when we get it up to speed, it's seamless. It sounds like this. 1 and 2 and rest and 4 and. I'll just stay on this chord. Rest and 4 and down, up, down, up. I'll go to A minor, back to E minor. I'll do a little slower. Some things to remember now with this type of strum. Remember to keep this hand consistent, keep that engine going. And when you approach the eighth note rest, so 1 and 2 and, make sure that your hand rests low enough on the strings. That's so, so important because it's got to be ready to do an upstroke. All right? So make sure the hand's low enough to do an upstroke. Keep it moving. Keep that energy happening. Make sure your pick angle is angled downward, and then when you rest, bring it back up. So really no different than what we're used to. We're just putting this one extra piece in there. And don't forget about making that nice sound when you rest too, because that percussive sound really adds to your guitar playing, especially when you're playing alone or maybe in a duo or something that you need to create some percussive sounds with your instrument. Okay, this is so, so important. I don't want you to move on until you're comfortable, but when you are, I'll see you at the next example.